Hey guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Rachel Sibinyani. I'm an investigative journalist specializing in crime with a special interest in prisons and prisoners. Well, you all know, guys, that I've been following the story of Nthoiwa Maxala, the death row inmate who murdered Thuso Duncan Mulalazi in 2015. You know very well that I've been doing the story. I've been following the appeal, his appeal. And yesterday was the verdict, yesterday was the judgment for his appeal. And he was successful in his appeal. The death row was set aside. I mean, the death sentence, yes, the death sentence was set aside. And then he was or it was replaced with 30 years of imprisonment. But today I've got news for you, because Ghana Mahabani, when this guy got sentenced or when he was given 30-year imprisonment rather than the death sentence, the wife was crying tears of joy, guys. I don't want to lie to you. The wife was crying tears of joy. She was very happy. She was very overjoyed, And, this morning I got the news. My sources are telling me that this man, he didn't sleep yesterday. Remember, Hori, last night was his first night outside death row or outside cell 10 Mahabani. Ghana, you would know that this guy got into cell 10 2021. That's when he was sentenced to death. So since 2021 up until Maphakela Mahabani, death row. All this time on the death row. And this is the update that I want to give you. He was very happy. You remember series the series of the death row where we were unpacking death row. You know very well that our source was telling us, Hori, most of these guys, when they come out of death row, they all talk about God. They all preach the word of God. And that is what happened yesterday. I'm reliably informed, Hori, last night he didn't sleep. Even today, he was on it. Like, he was overjoyed. He was talking about how God is, how great God is. So you can imagine, you can imagine his excitement. You can imagine how he was feeling. He was feeling overjoyed. And my source was like, Ghana, and these guys usually when they're on death row, they become so close to God. They read the word of God. They know God at a deeper level. So the way he was, even though he was excited that he's finally free from the death row, he wasn't jumping up and down, to show that excitement, but he could see, or you could see with a naked eye that, this guy is very happy. Yeah, so like I'm saying, everybody was happy yesterday at the high court, because the verdict was delivered at the high court, the double court thing. So the wife was crying. She was thanking God. She kept on saying, and unfortunately, I couldn't capture the moment because it was so overwhelming, and I was like, wow, because it was my first time to see her, overjoyed the way she was, So I've been trying really to find out what kind of a person is Nthoiwa Maxala. I went into his past to see the kind of person he was. He's described as this person who is very arrogant, who is very prideful, and I understand he worked for several mining companies. The last mining company he was at, where apparently he got fired because he was involved in the selling of daga, Motokwane. So that's how he got to be chased from work. And then he went on, to start a business from my sources, it was doing very well. He started a big yard company where he was producing bricks. I understand he was supplying the whole of Borolong and its catchment area. The business was doing very, very well. When he got into this trouble, where he had to shoot too, so the business was doing very well. So my sources tell me that he decided to get married to his wife because he wanted her to take care of the business. And I think that's what anybody would do. If you have a partner, a life partner whom you have kids with, you would entrust them with everything that you'll be leaving behind. So it seems like he had always suspected that his case is not looking very well. He might go to jail for a long time, if not death row. So yeah, so the wife, then they got married. The wife, has been left there earlier, not in the business. I'm told now, it's dead. That's what I've been told. It's no longer operating. So you can imagine how maybe it has been very difficult to run such a business without him around. So yeah, that's how he was described. He was just, generally described as a very arrogant man. But when I was told, I couldn't believe it. Gate ba ne ba gakgametse batho, ba mmona a rera lehoko la modimo ha a tswa ka kwa. Ha teng go sa robalwa na tsentse kereke ba gaetsho. You can imagine how that is. So the source that has been unpacking death row for us, you can see it's there. These guys, when they come out of death row, they see life differently. They believe that it is by the grace of God or whatever that is they believe in. But I'm told they do believe in God and they trust that God was in control of everything. So you can imagine. I'll be keeping you guys updated. I'll be keeping you closely updated on the other death row inmate, Atlola Mujangi, also known as 2 Meter. He killed Bokani Sox in 2014. He was sentenced to death in 2021 as well, and he has been on death row since then. His judgment was supposed to be delivered on Friday, but it got postponed. I will keep track. I will find out when is his judgment, because this is one case that I know all of us are waiting in anticipation, to really hear the verdict. So guys, please subscribe, share, and invite your friends and your families to subscribe to our channel, because we really need them here. All right, I'll be keeping you updated.